Why did you decide to do an internship at the EU delegation?
Oh, that's a long story. I was in Belgium at that time, and I discovered that actually Europe is like a family. And I think that Moldova should be in this family, and we showed this during these hard times. And I decided to apply for a traineeship in Moldova because I wanted to contribute to the EU integration of this country.
Ah, that's nice.
What about you?
I was in my last semester in my master's program, and so I had to decide what to do further with my life. And so when I saw the opening, I was like, aha, that's my next step in my future career.
Describe your first day at the EU delegation. Do you remember what were your impressions, your fears maybe?
It was very nice because I was nervous how I would integrate, but everyone was so warm and so welcoming, and so I felt that I integrated instantly. What about you, Iulian?
I came here as well having mixed feelings because it was a new experience, but I was very excited to be here. So first impression was very nice, very warm, and I felt here like home.
What are impressions now? Did they meet your expectations?
Indeed, the impressions after this traineeship met my expectations and even exceeded them, because I was lucky to do a lot of interesting things. Firstly, I started to inform about the delegation, about the European Union processes in Moldova and activities, projects that they implement, but then I started to work more and understand how they implement actually the association agreement, the legal approximation processes, and as well projects that our colleagues are implementing on 5 different pillars. Also, I had the chance to participate in different meetings, and of course I took minutes. This experience helped me to develop my analytical skills, my organizational skills, and so on. What were your responsibilities during this traineeship?
As a trainee in the political section, it involved research, analysis and monitoring of the legal, economic and political sector in the Republic of Moldova, reporting of these changes and making summaries of parliamentary plenary sessions, meetings. I also had the opportunity to attend different meetings organized by CSOs or NGOs, which is very interesting because of course it was a part of my learning experience. I had to meet a lot of great people, and so then I would come back to the delegation and report what I saw, what I learned, and what is going on out there outside of the building's walls. What about you? What were your responsibilities?
So I can really tell the same because I've been to the meetings. As I told before, I made minutes and I came back here with a lot of information, especially what is happening right now because we had the crisis situation and we have a lot of meetings and negotiations with national authorities. But besides the meetings, I had one big task related to the Team Europe initiatives. Team Europe is a huge movement planned and started during the pandemic crisis in order to make a bigger impact related to the improvement and the building resilience of our people and of our country. I was responsible of shaping the intervention logics and the financial overviews of such projects and initiatives that member states are planning for Moldova.
What was the most catching thing working at the EU delegation?
Well, the most attractive thing working here, it's the EU delegation itself and the team, the colleagues that are here. Because the EU delegation is an important actor that makes the connection between Brussels, between the EU institutions and the national authorities, the government, the presidency and so on. So working here, you actually can understand the whole process of the accession and the implementation of different documents, notes and so on. At the same time, you can be able to participate in the different meetings and you can fight for reforms together with national authorities.
Nice, interesting. For me, the catchy thing was the fact that I have the opportunity to work with a very international community, with people with different backgrounds. Everyone is so interesting and you make nice relationships out of this. And also very interesting is that you have access to some secret information that you're not allowed to divulge, yes, for example the political reports, but first and foremost are the people, and the international background of the delegation is outstanding.
What was the biggest challenge during your experience here?
I think the biggest challenge was working with an extended team, having to deliver research and monitorization and summaries of different meetings to each member of the team. So I learned how to prioritize my tasks and manage them. So I think it's a challenge that turned into a lesson. What about you?
Okay, interesting. For me, the biggest challenge was when we had a lot of high-level visits in a short period of time. Because we're now in a crisis, so Moldova is on the spotlight. We have a lot of people coming from Brussels, and I was part of team that organized that missions.
So Iulian, what will you never forget about this experience?
Of course, I'll never forget this whole experience, but specifically I will refer to the workshops and conferences that I participated, because I had the chance to speak with a lot of experts coming from new member states, and they are here to share their knowledge and to help the national authorities to implement different projects, different parts of the association agreement. So for me it was very valuable to learn new things from these high-level experts that are working here in Moldova.
Yeah, for me the highlight of this experience was moderating the discussion, discussion between Roberta Metsola and the young European ambassadors. I felt so inspired and so motivated after this discussion that I felt like I can turn mountains. It was great. Dear youngsters, don't wait for opportunity, create it. I invite you to apply to this position because I can guarantee you that you're going to be enriched with a lot of experience, with a lot of knowledge, and you're gonna love it because it's gonna put the base to your future career, which I think is gonna be a successful one.
So dear young students, young people, I will finish with a quotation with a journey of 1,000 miles starts only with one step. So I encourage you to do this first step and apply to the traineeship in the EU Delegation of Moldova, because it will be a great start of your career. You'll have to learn a lot of new things and work with amazing people, with good experts, and you will develop yourself in the best way possible.